The spod is also another product that we're pretty well known for. Probably not as well as we should be, but again, that's probably down to advertising more than anything. This particular rocket has been around for probably 10 or 15 years again. Very easy to use, and of course the beauty of it is that you actually bring it back in nose first rather than throat first, which obviously makes things a lot easier. The way we do it is tie this to your shock leader. Always use a good shock leader. Personally, I mean, again, I'll go back to the braid. I'm not a great lover of braid. A good mono, 8 to 10 pound in strength. You've got no real pressures, so you can use pretty light line, but always use a good shock leader. I've started using the tapered ones, but anything, you know, 25, 30 pound good mono is just as good. Basically what you do, you tie that to your main line, to your leader, fill your spod, then that bead goes into there. What you do, you cast it then, and always cast a spod with a good high trajectory. Don't cast them too flat. What happens is if you cast them flat, it starts to slow down and tips, and you start to get a lot of spillage from the back of the spod. If you cast it high, the momentum takes it up, and by the time it peaks, it's coming down. So you're actually keeping the bait in the spod rather than it's tipping and spilling out. So remember to keep that good, always look up to where you're going to cast. You see people spodding and they're casting like that, especially if they want to cast a long way, and that applies to casting distance as well. If you look flat and cast, your trajectory will be at a level, because that's where you're looking. If you want to get distance, look up at that angle and then cast through that angle. Actually punch that right through that angle, so bang. Once that's going up in the air, you've got that momentum, peaks, starts to come down, comes down through the water, hits the water, this comes away, that drifts up, bait falls away, reel it back in. Right, when you're spodding, good shock leader, bespoke rod, otherwise you're going to end up smashing them up. Probably got about 4 or 5 ounces of bait in one of those, and especially if you're going to dunk it and fill it up with water, that just gives you that extra casting weight. Personally, I always use a finger stool. It just really does. Especially if you're going to be putting a lot of bait out. It's fine if you're fishing up to about 50, 60 yards. You don't really need them. But if you're actually going to start giving it some clout and putting it out 100 yards, then a finger stool is essential. So again, nice smooth casting action, keeping that height, not like that. Well, it's a different spod rod to mine. It's a beast, but you can see it coming back in. So again, the clip into the spod, bait in, dunk it, fill it up with water. Let the bait come out. Always give your spod time to empty. What you've got to remember is that there's water in there. What happens is you get that inertia just holding the bait inside of that spod, and you want it to come out where you're fishing. So once the spods come up, again you can see how easy it is to reel them back in because it's coming back in nose first.